How you doing? Bobby Dirkens here. Thank you so much for joining me for my reaction and recap and synopsis. The Clemson beating Florida State Seminoles yesterday, 45-14. Clemson extends their win streak. Clemson continues to be and do who they are and what they be and they do. If you don't know me, I'm Bobby Dirkens, and I am the world's biggest Clemson football fan. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications. So, we've been off a few weeks. We had that 1-point win over North Carolina. Those of you who are paying attention, 1-point win over the team who beat the team who Georgia couldn't beat yesterday. But I was at the game yesterday. We've been taking a lot of flack. Clemson looks bad. They look flat. They look this. They look that. They look... I'm waving my arms. If you get in a swimmy head, overlook it. But I was at the game yesterday. And Prince 6'1" is in here. And he was with me yesterday at said game. Had a glorious time. Tiger Nation was there. Tiger Nate. And we cannot forget the diplomat. The scholar. Peacekin Pete. And Mrs. Pete came yesterday. I like that woman. She's a lot of fun. And I can tell she's got a good right hook. I'll leave her alone. Good to see y'all, and we had a really good time. I didn't get to hang out as much as I wanted to last night. I had to leave a little early. Glorious time as usual. But what was really enjoyable was to sit up there knowing that Georgia's already done. They're done. Gone. And that on Florida State. Now, do I think that Florida State is anything to write home about? No. In fact, I don't know how they got this bad. But it was so much fun to watch Clemson beat them. By the way, somebody just super chatted me a beer. Let me get it back up in here. I want to get in here. I want to thank them, B Curve Productions. Wanted to buy you a beer for yesterday. Well, thank you. Thank you to you for that $3 worth of ice-cold deliciousness that will rush down to my stomach and fill my heart with cheer. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being on here. Clemson Carson's on here. Said he was at the game. I hate I missed you. I'll tell you this, wwhat's really bad was I got home and on my Instagram, you can find a message wanting to see if they could meet us yesterday. I was already home. It was 11 o'clock before I noticed it. See you, Tiger Girl 95's in here. May there to you. A ton of you in here. Let's talk about yesterday's game. I'm just going to break it down. Most important is that we won. And yes, once we got up 28-0, we didn't care anymore. We didn't. We did not care anymore. I know the coaching staff would say, well, that's actually not the truth. And I love our coaching staff. Our coaching staff not only is some of the best coaches in the world, they're also the best PR department I've ever seen in my entire life. Because they are going to ramp those players up. They're going to ask them, why did you quit yesterday? Because it was 28-0 and it was 28-0 fast. It wasn't that Florida State made some type of great adjustment. What'd they do? Have more players fall down? And I know that one guy got hurt, and I'm not knocking him, but I'm talking about every other player. There was a player for Florida State laying and convulsing and stuff. Now, as I said, once again, I'm not talking about that wide receiver who actually got hurt. I'm not talking about him. So if some of y'all get pissed off about that, you're just making up lies to get pissed off. So go away. But every other play, a Florida State player, I don't know if they didn't realize when they're playing football, you're going to get hit hard by guys who works out all the time. I don't know what it was, but you'd see somebody laying over on like a dying cockroach. Clemson went up 28-0 fast. I mean, it was like boom. Enjoyed the play calling. They got our first string out of there. Not even halfway through the third quarter, they were gone. But Clemson, I mean, just opened up a can quickly. I think, here's what Clemson did. Clemson came out and said real quick, they said, want to see how fast we can score 28 points? Want to see? Want to see how, you want to see how bloody and ugly this game can be? Because I was with the same crew of guys last year at the LSU, the Louisville game, when Clemson scored 77 points, and God is my witness, they could have scored 100. And they didn't. But Clemson, yesterday, could have ran the score up to 70 points. I know they didn't, but I was there. They could have easily ran the score up to 70 points. If that was Ohio State yesterday and they were playing the ball-headed red hat ladies of Idaho, Ohio State would run up 80 points so everybody would start wetting their drawers over how good Ohio State is. Clemson's not doing that. Clemson's not even focused on doing that. But you did see kind of, it was almost like Clemson was like, okay, we've won the game. Now we're going to work on some plays and developing some players. That's exactly what happened yesterday. Very dominant. We rushed the ball for over 300 yards, had over 500 yards total offense. We did have 2 turnovers. One of them was Lynn J. Dixon, great world-class running back. I'm not going to pick at him. He did fumble the ball. That was in the first half. Trevor Lawrence was trying to extend the play. There's one thing I will say about Trevor Lawrence. I'm not going to get on him for trying to extend that play, because here's the deal. If he makes that throw, which he's made that throw all the time, he makes those types of throws all the time, and he completes the pass down the sideline when he was trying to complete that last-second pass, we'd be praising him right now. So I'm not going to be too hard on him. I will say this. Sometimes you can look like you're trying too hard. And every now and again, I think he feels like he has to do that. Overall, I will take Trevor Lawrence. Trevor looked good. I was very happy to see Justin Ross show out yesterday. Justin Ross looked really good. I liked the play call where they did the reverse, to Amari Rogers. It's great. We're getting him back into the game. It's awesome. There was a couple of drops yesterday I'd like to see lock in to Overton. I'd like to see him lock in on the ball a little more. Overall, we won 45-14 over Florida State. Very happy about that. Next game's playing against Louisville. Louisville coming off of a big win. Big win over, as of yesterday, was undefeated Wake Forest. Louisville looking like they're playing with a chip on their shoulder. And Satterfield is the man. Satterfield's a really good coach. Really, really good coach. Have a lot of respect for him. If he stays at Louisville and he can just get some decent players up there, they'll give him time, he will be a problem for Clemson in the long run. Just a couple of questions. Let me see if I can go through here and some questions. This is a live stream, so I can do that. Don't worry, this is not a... Somebody says when Clemson runs the ball well, everything falls into place. Yeah, you're right. People who think Trevor is struggling and smoking something. Do I think that he looks as sharp as he has in the past? No, I think he's trying to refine his game, and he's refining his game right now and trying to get your game better, trying to become a better leader, trying to become a better passer, trying to read defenses even better. He's trying to grow, and in growing, you have growing pains. That's the only thing I think he's guilty of right now. Here, a couple of more before I go. Let me see. Any chance Carolina upsets Clemson? No. I've already had... somebody actually put that on one of my last 2 videos I just did today. You better watch out. They'll beat Clemson. Clemson knows they can beat Georgia now. They know South Carolina can beat Georgia. If they can beat Georgia, though I believe Clemson is a lot better than Georgia. And I've been saying that. Said it before the season. I think they're better than Georgia. Georgia always thinks they're a lot better than what they are. Georgia is world-renowned of knowing that. Let me see. You realize that Bama let Ole Miss score 31, Texas A&M 28. Bama is not good this year. Bama is a really good team. LSU keeps playing like they're playing. LSU still has a lot to prove. I said on one of my last videos, if Clemson plays, if LSU plays Alabama and loses by 7 points or less, they're back in the playoffs. Tiger Raven says, I don't care about the AP rankings because Clemson won yesterday and because LSU did what they did. They jumped Clemson in the rankings. And now Clemson's number 3. So they've went from number 1 to number 3. People are flipping out. Listen to me. First weekend in December. Go put it on your calendars. That's the most important poll of all. That is the final playoff poll. And it decides who the top 4 is. That's the only one you should pay attention to. Listen to me. Clemson can drop to number 4 for all I care. They can drop to number 20 right now. They can drop out for all I care. They can drop out of the top 25, the AP poll. They can drop to number 100. Because the AP poll don't matter. All right, listen. We win 45-14. Next opponent up, Louisville. I will be doing, of course, a little synopsis. Makes me feel smart when I say that. Do that on the Louisville team, and we'll jump right into it. Thanks so much for joining me. Pass this around to your mommy, your grandma, your clergyman. Don't pass it to that weird guy at the gas station who has the bondoed up old Econoline van, boarded up windows, naked Barbies with their hair chopped off with markers coloring their hair. Don't pass it to him. Leave him alone. Don't trust even your dog around him. He might try to give you a grandpuppy. Anyway, I'm Bobby Dirkens. You keep showing up. Lord knows I'll keep showing out.